Welcome to Ping Pong Dreams, where we don't just talk about victories, but illuminate the journeys behind them. Where medals come alive when we understand the price paid to earn them. Today, we tell the story of a young man, someone who wasn't born to inherit the throne, but through silence and resilience, redefined what it means to be a successor. This is the story of Wang Chuqin, the heir to Ma Long's throne. In Chinese table tennis, some names transcend individuals. They become eras. Ma Long is one of them. He is a benchmark, a belief, a figure the world looks up to with awe. And then came the question, who could possibly follow him? No answer seemed enough. When we talk about a successor, we often imagine a prodigy, someone destined, spotlighted from an early age, groomed with care. Wang Chuqin was none of that. He was born in the year 2000 in Changchun, Jilin province, a land of long, harsh winters where cold seeps into your bones and lingers. While many young paddlers trained in heated southern gyms, Wang practiced in freezing air on bare concrete floors with worn-out rackets. There was no grand expectation, no label of genius. No one said, "This boy will be a world champion." Wang started with something simple, a love for the sound of the ball bouncing on the table. That rhythm captivated him, as if it were the only language he truly understood. Every day after school, he quietly made his way to the local gymnasium. No spotlight, no applause, only the echo of the ball and his own breath in the cold. At 15, he was called up to the national youth team. For many, it would be a dream. For Wang, it meant stepping into a crucible. In the Chinese youth system, talent gets you through the door, not much further. Here, hundreds of players fight for relevance, every one of them fast, fierce, and hungry. Wang, not tall, not flashy, knew he had just one way forward: quiet progress. He lost many practice matches. At times, he felt overlooked, but he never complained. He wasn't one for words. He trained. A coach once recalled, when the others left the gym, Wang was usually still there. He never said he was tired. He just wiped his sweat and kept going. Then came 2018. At the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires, Wang took center stage. In his first major international appearance, he won gold in men's singles. And alongside Sun Yingxia, he clinched the mixed doubles title, delivering 2 golds for China. The media took notice. But Wang said softly, "This doesn't mean much yet. In China, if you win once, they say it's luck. You have to keep winning to be respected." In 2019, he was promoted to the senior national team. Now the real test began. No more youth games. This was a world where a single misstep could erase your name from the system forever. In the early years with the senior team, Wang wasn't a headliner. He had a few impressive wins, but also a string of defeats, especially against the likes of Fan Zhendong, Liang Jingkun, and Lin Gaoyuan. On social media, people began to ask, is he truly worthy of succeeding Ma Long? Wang didn't respond. Instead, he sought out the quietest training rooms late at night. He repeated his strokes thousands of times, correcting every minor detail. Sometimes he trained until 2 a.m., not to prove anything to the world, but to ask himself, am I good enough yet? Triassic 2022 marked a turning point. At the WTT Cup Finals in Singapore, Wang faced Fan Zhendong, the reigning world number 1. Few believed Wang could win, but he entered the arena with calm eyes. No fear, no hesitation. His backhand was surgical, his forehand spun with precision. But above all, it was his ability to control tempo that unsettled his opponent. Wang won. The world gasped, but he didn't scream. He simply bowed his head and clenched his fist. A quiet victory, but one that shook the table tennis world. In 2023, Wang reached the final of the World Championships, once again facing Fan Zhendong. It was billed as the symbolic handover of power. The match was intense, nearly an hour of breathless rallies and brutal exchanges. But in the final set, Wang found another gear, landing sharp counters and forcing Fan into errors. He won. The arena erupted in applause, but Wang didn't celebrate loudly. He nodded, quietly packed his paddle, and walked away. The national coach said afterward, Wang didn't just win with skill, he won with spirit. Then came 2025, the stage, Doha, the World Championships. This time, Wang entered not as an underdog, but as a favorite. His opponent in the final, Hugo Calderano, South America's finest, a player known for explosive power and relentless pace. But Wang was a fortress, steady, focused, unshakable. He won sharp 4-1. Not a surprise, a statement. He became the first left-handed player in over 30 years to win the world title. Together with Sun Yingxia, they defended their mixed doubles title, completing the World Championship triple. After the match, while the press celebrated Wang as the new king of Chinese table tennis, he simply said, "I never saw myself as replacing anyone. I just want to be worthy of this jersey I wear." But Wang is more than a player. He is a leader. Within the team, younger athletes call him the quiet big brother. He doesn't talk much, doesn't preach. He leads with action. Once, after a junior player broke down in tears after losing, Wang didn't give a lecture. He picked up a paddle and asked, "Want to train again? I've lost like that before. You'll get used to it." When asked, "Do you want to become the next Ma Long?" Wang replied, "I can't be Ma Long, but I can learn how to play with heart, like he did." He understands, to succeed a legend, you don't replicate their techniques, you carry their spirit. And that is Wang Chuqin. A boy from freezing Jilin, unseen, unheard, who rose step by step, not through magic, but through sweat. A young man who weathered criticism, defeats, long nights, to step into a light not blinding, but warm. A man who didn't inherit a crown through titles alone, but through trust, resilience, and a heart that never bowed. Thank you for listening to Ping Pong Dreams. This was the story of Wang Chuqin, a man who isn't just carrying a legacy, he's quietly building a dynasty of his own. Follow the podcast to stay with us on this journey to meet the men and women who move our hearts not through noise, but through silent persistence and dreams that never sleep.